country located in the Middle East. Its capital is Tehran, and the main religion in the country is Islam. The neighboring countries of Iran are Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Turkmenistan, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. When deciding to travel to Iran, consider the current events of the neighboring countries in the Middle East. Tehran has two international airports, the old THR and the new IKA. Iran Air is the national airline, and because it is the government-owned airline, the passengers must follow Islamic rules, such as no pork and no alcohol. Also, when arriving at the airport, women must cover up all skin except for the face due to Islamic law. There are no international ships available to transport you to Iran by sea. In order to drive to Iran, you must have an international passport. Iran has the most deaths and injuries in the world from vehicle accidents per year, at a high of over 38,000. Tehran itself has the only underground subway system in the country, but more metro systems are being built in other cities. Tehran has state-of-the-art medical facilities which are all up to date with the usual travel vaccinations. There is always an English-speaking doctor in almost every hospital in the city, and make sure your health insurance is available since free medical services are not available in Iran. Tap water is safe to drink in most of the country, and bottled mineral water is widely available. As said before, the Iranian government is Islamic, which means some laws could be vastly different from American laws. The supreme leader, chief of state, of Iran is al-Husseini, and the head of government is President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. The government does not use political parties. Instead, the government has political pressure groups. This means that they change the government by mass influence. Although there are substantial efforts to counter it, Iran is still one of the primary transhipment routes of drugs. If you're coming from the USA, lowly street thugs may harass you. One of the main draws of living in Tehran is the education system. It is a surprisingly comprehensive public education system. The school system starts with 1 year of preschool, where they learn basic reading and writing. Elementary school and middle school are very similar to America, but the children have to take an exam at the end of both schools or cycles in order to decide whether they are ready to move on to the next one. The last public school cycle is called secondary school. When entering, one must decide whether to pursue the vocational tract or the academic tract. The academic tract teaches traditional high school subjects like math and science, while the vocational tract teaches things like woodshop and metal shop, which can be applied to more physical labor or construction jobs. At the end of the secondary cycle, a child must take a standardized test to judge aptitude for colleges if he is on the academic tract. Tehran's cost of living is about average among most nations, but is very cheap compared to the USA. Necessities like transportation, groceries, and communication are very cheap, while more luxurious things are on the more expensive side, although none is extremely expensive, aside from personal care products and cosmetics, which cost surprisingly more than other major cities. Recently, real estate has bubbled in Tehran based on the economic policies of leader Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and the increased demand for oil. This is only compounded with the low interest rates in Tehran, which is causing a massive real estate bubble, which will probably grow in the near future, but following the parallel with the USA is also very likely to crash. Investors are getting into the Tehran real estate market, while local Iranians are getting the short end of the stick because they now have to pay more money for the same houses than they would 3 or 4 years ago. When President Mahmoud Khatami was in office from 1997 to 2005, there was almost no press censorship. The press was allowed to voice their opinions on the government, though after President Mohammed was replaced, there was a significant rise in censorship. The new president banned media such as satellite TV, online blogs coming from the country, and newspapers from criticizing the government. If you move to Tehran, do not fear that you will not be able to practice your religion. There are special areas in the city that allow foreigners to practice their own religion, even though the majority of the city is Islamic. While staying in Tehran, you will be able to dine at a multitude of restaurants. There are a variety of foods served in the city, from Indian cuisine to hamburgers and pizza. Pork is forbidden by Islamic law, so don't expect to be eating any pigs while you're there. So if you decide to come to Tehran, expect a large variety of food to eat. If you're bored, there's a wide range of attractions. There are many beaches in Iran, great for a day of swimming. If you're interested in history, Tehran has multiple historical landmarks waiting to be explored. There are also ski resorts in the northern parts of the country, in case you ever desire to ski or snowboard. Tehran is an amazing city, and even though it does have its drawbacks based on the political environment, it has many good features there, and it would be an amazing place to live. Thank you for your time watching this short educational movie, and I hope you will consider moving to or visiting Tehran in the future.